Europe is a one-of-a-kind place. It features over 40 different nations and there are so many things to do in the continent. Since the channel is related to roller coasters and theme parks, we are going to dive into 6 different countries in the continent and discuss what the best roller coasters are. So this is episode 3 of the series, and we're going to cover some of the obscure nations that are not really known for roller coasters. So let's begin where we left off with Greece in the second episode and travel up north into Bulgaria. We are going to hit up 3 nations that use Cyrillic. So the best roller coaster in Bulgaria is a ride called Sea Storm. It is built by IE Park, which is not really a popular manufacturer. I'm using a POV of a clone in France called Regal, and is it me, or this reminds me of a Little Premier Spaghetti Bowl? Instead of the ride showcasing green track and brown supports, the one in Bulgaria has red track and gray supports, and the ride looks temporary. Even the queue has the same amount of theming as Pantheon. At least there's a cool Canary Island palm next door. Overall, the layout is wacky and there isn't a lot of information about this model. Now let's go north into Romania. Home to Transylvania, Romania has a surprising medium-sized roller coaster. I translated the Romanian name into English, and the ride's name is called the Seven-Headed Dragon. I'll show what the real name of the ride is, but I'm sorry, I don't speak Romanian. But there are a handful of these out there, the most famous of them being Sea Viper at Palace Playland in Maine, which happens to be the POV I'm showcasing. There is actually one in Pakistan, and I kid you not, it's called Railblazer. So if you want to ride the 2 roller coasters named Railblazer, good luck with that. So to sum it up, a rare model with a unique layout. Now let's travel into Hungary, which is up next. And for this one, I don't feel like it's entirely fair. Most of the coasters in Hungary are alpine coasters, but I didn't say I was going to include standing but not operating rides, so take this with a grain of salt, and the best coaster in Hungary goes to Hallam Vasút, which means roller coaster. This is one of 2 standing but not operating coasters in the nation, and this one is special because it was built back in 1926, and it featured a brakeman or brakewoman operating the ride, but in November of 2015, the park stopped its operation. Then the zoo took its place, but not the roller coaster, they just left it there. I think it's for a backdrop or it's a monument in a way. The layout isn't anything too crazy, which is okay. It was built back in the 1920s, so it doesn't stack up to rides such as Kondo or Iron Gwazi. It does suck that we lost a rare brakeman coaster though. So next up is a very popular nation for tourists to visit, Croatia. This surprised me. Croatia has a small short Scott flooper and it's called Big Blue. If you've ridden the defunct Scorpion at Busch Gardens Tampa, the one in Croatia is a clone, but the one in Croatia has better colors with its blue track and white supports. As for the model, I've done Scorpion many times and it was pretty good for its size. The circular loop pulled some forces and the ending helix was janky but not bad. It was also pretty smooth, certainly janky, but there was no rattle or shake throughout the experience. I was really sad when Busch Gardens announced that Scorpion was closing, but I do get it, it's an old ride. At least I can say I've ridden a defunct coaster now. So the last 2 nations both use Cyrillic, the first of which is Ukraine. This nation also surprised me with its collection of amusement rides. They have a family coaster with a beautiful setting called Mine 1771, but we are not going to pick that. As for the most thrilling coaster, we are going to an indoor park called Galaxy Family Amusement Park, and they have a family suspended coaster named RollerCoaster. If you're familiar with Freedom Flyer at Fun Spot Orlando, it's a clone, just colored with orange supports instead of blue supports, and located indoors. The layout is pretty decent for a mild thrill coaster. It has a couple helixes in there. The restraints are the same as the ones on Dragonfly or at Dollywood, and that's my closest comparison to the ride in Ukraine, which is not that off. Overall, it's a family coaster, so I'm not gonna diss it that much. Now we have one more nation left, which is Belarus. It's finally time. We are at the final nation of the whole series, and Belarus has a very rare model. They have a Schwarzkopf jumbo jet. There were only 2 of these left, and I'm showcasing the other one in France. Here's a really cool fact about the jumbo jet in Belarus. It had 5 other homes before being sent here, and one of the locations was the legendary Cedar Point. That ride stood on where the Wild Mouse is, or around that area, and that blew my mind the first time I heard of that fact. As for the ride itself, might as well call it Helix the Ride, but the layout doesn't consist of pure helixes. There are some parts where the track is turning to the left or right. It also features a spiral lift hill, which you don't see often. Hopefully this park keeps it running for years to come, but who knows, it's been operating as a roller coaster since 1972, so it is a mystery. But I want to hear from you guys. Did you enjoy this short but sweet series? It is kind of wild seeing this come to a close. It wasn't the longest series ever, but it was definitely quality over quantity. So I'll be back uploading normal videos, and you can expect a new video coming out in the next 5 days. So keep that adrenaline pumping, and thanks for watching.